everybody. What we're going to explain today is something we're really excited about, and that is a new program in the financial world put on by AMERIFIRST Financial. It's called RELO funding, which stands for Real Estate Loan Officer, which gives an opportunity for the first time to create a synergy and a financial workings between real estate agents and loan officers that is now legal in 49 states in the country. It allows loan officers to create a residual income that's never been possible before, because most people in real estate and in the loan business, the financial business, do not have any recurring residual income. It's a transactional business. You do a loan or you do a sale and you're paid a commission. This is going to change all that in a dramatic way. And we really believe it's going to be a disruptive force within the financial and mortgage world. And it was all thought up and the brainchild of Eric Bowlby, who is the CEO and the co-founder and main stockholder of AMERIFIRST Financial. And he saw what we were doing, building real estate companies with the same type of idea. He just chose to copy that idea and asked Scott and I if we would head up and help spread the word about this new program that he'd worked very, very hard to develop and to get approved, both RESPA and legally. And so I'm going to turn this back to Scott, because I think he's here and he's got his water.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, I was eating a nut and I nearly choked myself to death. So thanks for joining us, guys. You know, we've all been a part of or seen or wished we would have been a part of something that disrupts the industry. And, you know, if you had bought stock in Netflix, let's say 10 years ago, you probably wouldn't be here today. You know, if you bought because you'd be traveling or some island, you'd own an island or some crazy stuff like that. I mean, you know, what Amazon done, oh my God, it's, you know, one share of Amazon now is like $3,000 and something dollars, like $3,700, I think, something like that for one share, you know. So if you'd have bought, you know, just think 1,000 shares when it was 15 cents, when they were selling books, where would you be today, right? But no one knew that, or at least most of us didn't know, Amazon was going to control the free world the way they do. And then, you know, some of you know us from EXP. Both Rob and I were part of EXP when they had 600 agents, and now we share in that opportunity as it's grown to over, you know, almost 40,000 agents now, and starting to touch every part of the globe, and just continue to explode and expand, and will continue to do so because it's disruptive. It's changing an industry. And as Rob said, when Eric reached out to us and showed us what he had done in this space with the mortgage industry, we were pretty blown away. And so our only goal today is to share with you the opportunity and show you why it benefits real estate agents and loan officers. And by the way, Rob and I, we do not reach out to any EXP agents or real estate agents for that matter. We directly and solely go after loan officers and have been talking to loan officers. So if you're a real estate agent here, it's because you were invited by another real estate agent or loan officer that's a part of this group. But we exclusively only talk to loan officers about this program as we're expanding it around the country. And it's beginning to expand very, very quickly, and will continue to do so. When you see what's happening, you're going to realize that if you're a real estate agent and you do more than 3 or 4 transactions a year, that this is an inherent yes. There's no way you could say no to it, because all it's doing is putting money in your pocket. And if you're a loan officer, we're going to show you how this is the most incredible set of golden handcuffs you've ever put on a real estate agent. It works, you know, both ways, back and forth. And, you know, loan officers have been trying to entertain real estate agents forever. The problem is RESPA made it almost impossible. Well, this program that Eric created and got legalized in 49 states is nothing more than or less than earth-shattering for him to get it done that quickly. And what he's put together is going to change the industry. And the fact that we're, a part of it and get the opportunity is pretty cool. So just a few facts before we jump into the business model. It won't take us long to share it with you, but we want to just give you a little background. In the mortgage industry, there's almost 17,000 mortgage companies around the country, making up about almost 600,000 loan officers, almost 200,000 loan officers just in the great state of Texas, Florida, California, and Arizona. So if you're in one of those states, really, you don't even have to leave home, right? I mean, there's a ton of loan officers in that area. And then, hundreds of thousands of real estate agents and millions nationwide. The average loan officer makes $63,000 per year. It's about the same for a real estate agent on average. So, as a whole, the industry, most people don't make a lot of money, but there's a lot of part-time loan officers, just like there are part-time real estate agents. 10% of the loan officers out there make $100,000 a year plus, 1% of $500,000 plus, and 0.1% of the loan officers make $1 million plus. The whole reason for showing this to you is to let you know that 0% of that income, for the most part, is residual. Unless they do it outside of the mortgage industry or they own their own mortgage company, there is no residual income for loan officers. If they don't close transactions, they don't make money. Same thing for the most part in real estate, which is why Rob and I got so involved in EXP, is we saw a way to really help real estate agents create an exit strategy and create passive income. And now we have the opportunity to do that in the mortgage space. So AmeriFirst Financial is involved in a national expansion right now. It is one of the top 100 U.S. mortgage companies in the U.S., employs 350 loan officers currently, doing about $4 billion, and probably going to do closer. I talked to Eric Bowlby today, somewhere between $7 and $8 billion this year in mortgages. And of course, we all know a lot of that is due to the refinance boom. Everybody and their dog are refinancing their home right now. It'd be crazy not to, right? We have a 2-year goal to break into the top 20 mortgage companies in the U.S. And we sat down with Eric and said, we like big goals. And he said, me too, right? So we hit it off immediately. And so the big goal is to be the largest mortgage company in the United States 5 years from now. And so what is RELO funding and what does it mean for you as a real estate agent or a loan officer? RELO funding is modeled after the 2 fastest growing real estate companies in U.S. history. Anybody know who those are? Keller Williams and EXP, right? And EXP is growing significantly faster, probably 4 or 5 times faster than Keller did, because the model has gotten better and because of disruption and technologies and things like that. And so Eric modeled it after those 2 companies. Why not? He introduced a multi-tiered agent compensation plan for the first time in the mortgage industry space, giving real estate agents and loan officers the opportunity to create a residual income stream in addition to their personal production. What is a RELO agent? RELO agent stands for Real Estate Loan Officer. So how do you become a real estate loan officer or a RELO agent? If you're a real estate agent, you simply need to get your loan officer license. All right, so you go out there, you take 20 hours of classes, you sign up for the test, you study a little bit or maybe a lot, depending on how much you paid attention during the classes, and then you go and take your LO test. Once you pass that test, you are now a loan officer. Now, no one is asking you to go out and do mortgages. If you wanted to, you could. But in this program, as a RELO agent at AmeriFirst Financial, when you become, first of all, they're going to help you in that process, get you some discounts on your classes, make sure everything gets set up so that as soon as you pass your test, they're going to send you some information. Most importantly, as an agent, they're going to send you a link. All right. This link is very powerful. This link is your piece of marketing that you can put anywhere. Put it on Facebook, put it on Twitter, put it on your YouTube account. You can, but more importantly, is you can take it to every one of your buyers and or any of your past clients. And all the link is a mortgage application. And they fill out the mortgage application, right? And that loan application goes to a Sherpa at AmeriFirst. Why do we call them Sherpa? Because they're the ones that do the heavy lifting. If you look up the definition of a Sherpa, they're like the people, they're like camels. They carry everything up the mountain, right? So the Sherpa is going to actually do the loan, all right? When they process that loan, you as the RELO agent that used your link and got the application are now going to get compensated, believe it or not, legally in 49 states, 50 basis points up to $1,500 on every deal you do. Every real estate agent in the country is going to want to do that. Why? Because all they had to do was get a license. They're already doing the deals anyway. They're in front of the clients. They get them to fill out the application. We know if you get someone to fill out an application, there's 98.9% chance that they're probably going to close through that because no one wants to fill out a loan application twice, right? So if you get them to fill out your application from your link, there's a really good shot they're going to close with you, and you're going to get paid the 50 basis points. Now, this is only good on conventional loans, which make up about 86% of the loans in the United States are conventional. Doesn't mean AmeriFirst doesn't do government loans. They will process and do those loans. But as a RELO agent, you can't get compensated on those legally, okay? But the 85% plus, you're going to get the 50 basis points. Now, one of the things that Eric did, which Rob and I found to be very intuitive and genius, was he put together a marketing program, and he said, we really want to encourage these agents to use this money as a marketing budget. And we believe that we call it double their buyer business, but cycled through over the course of a year, it could mean, 4 times as many loans for a year's time, because it takes about 90 to 120 days to do a loan. So cycled out through a year, they could really increase their business significantly if they put this money back into a marketing plan. And AmeriFirst provides that marketing plan. They have a call center, and they will actually use that money in the call center, and they will put potential buyers on the phone with the agents when they're ready to buy. This program is in place, and it's working, and buyers are using it. Incredible program. Agents get paid. They grow their business. They put more money in marketing. That's a win-win for everyone, right? Real estate agents can stay at their current brokerage. So, Rob has helped something like 25 to 30,000 agents in the last 5 years come to a company called EXP. Every one of those agents had to go through the process of moving their license to another brokerage. That can be a painful process. For some, it's like pulling teeth. In this program, all they had to do is go get a license and do what they're already doing and get a significant raise. It also promotes agent loyalty to the loan officer that shared this with them. So maybe your loan officer invited you here today. There's a reason, because they want you to make more money, and they now know your deals because you're going to want to get paid are going to flow to them, right? Now, for some of you, you say, well, I have another loan officer I want to invite. That's even better. Invite them to one of these webinars, and if they join, you can use that loan officer if you want to, and they can become part of your organization, which also increases the revenue for the loan officer and makes them more money. So we're going to take you to the next slide and show you the part of so that's one way a real estate agent makes money. The second way is how real estate agents and loan officers make residual and passive income. And then right after this, if you're a loan officer, Rob Flick is going to show you a business model where as a loan officer, you can make up to 20, maybe even more, $20 million a year in this business plan. And we believe there are going to be many loan officers that are going to do that. And we're going to share that program with you in just a second. All right, but this is a way that you can make passive income on top of what you're already doing as a RELO agent. Okay, so a RELO agent, again, is a real estate agent that went and got their RELO license and is using their link to get loan applications, or it's a loan officer that moves their license to AMERIFIRST. All right. So let's just say that you come on board and you're a real estate agent and you go out and you get your license, and now you're reaping the rewards of your deals. And so every deal you do, you're getting the 50 basis points. You're going to want to share that with others, right? Because you're making extra money. And we believe every real estate agent in the country, when they start getting these checks, is inherently going to just share it with their friends or share it with their team members or share it with their office. Hey, look what I'm doing. I'm now making an extra up to $1,500 on every deal I've done. And it's going to be an inherent yes, and it's going to be a referral program, and it's going to grow very quickly, as we're already seeing, right? So you share with another agent. That agent is in California. They join, they get their license, they close a deal. Every time they close a deal, you get a $100 check, right? Wired right into your account. If they did 5 deals for the month, you made an additional $500. There is no cap. If they're a team and they do 1,000 deals for the year, you just made $10,000 if they're all on your first level. Pretty cool. And then they can share with others. And that person in California shares with an agent in Ohio. They get their license. They close the deal. Every time they close the deal, the agent in California makes 100 and you make 140 as long as you qualify to get that money. The way that you qualify is by having 5, you see on the right-hand column, by having 5 RELO agents on your level 1. This can be very confusing for people because it's lined up with level 2, and people think, oh, I need 5 agents on my level 2 to unlock this. No, you need 5 agents on your personal level. When they come on board, they name you as your sponsor, and that person is direct to you. They're on your level 1. And when you have 5 of those, you might have 1,000 agents on your level 2 doing deals. You now have unlocked level 2, so you make $140 on every loan on level 2. Those agents share with others. They're on your level 3, and now you're going to make $40 every time they close a loan, as long as you have 7 on your level 1. Level 4 and 5 and 6 are the exact same. It's $40 per loan. And then on level 7, which we know through time will be your largest level. Through experience, we know that that's going to grow the fastest within a few years of maturity. And now you make $100 on every loan that those agents close, as long as you have 20 on your level 1 that unlocks that. We believe that this will create a 6-figure passive income very quickly for the people who get involved in this, especially those of you that are getting involved in it very early and growing this program. So that's the way the matrix works. That's the way you can get a referral and create a passive residual income just by sharing this with others. Rob will probably share this with you, but I'll talk about it really quickly, and then I'm going to turn it over to Rob, is that Quicken Loans, who is the largest brokerage and largest mortgage company in the country, just announced, and they just started a program doing the same thing on the 50 basis points. They don't have a referral program. So we know from experience that it won't grow because the referral program is what makes it grow. But they're already going out there to real estate agents across the country and telling them that they can get their LO license, close a deal through Quicken, and get paid 50 basis points. That only makes our job much easier because it legitimizes our program, and word is going to get out there very, very quickly. So we know that this program is going to explode, and obviously that's why we're getting involved in it. So that's how the 7 levels work. I'm going to turn it over to Rob Flick. For those of you that don't know Rob is the #1 income earner in the world at a company called EXP. He's still the number 14 income earner in the world at a company called Keller Williams. Helped build both of those companies significantly. And the really cool thing is all of that income It's passive income, and it's all mailbox money. And he lives full time anywhere he wants to live around the world. He's also now a resident in Puerto Rico with me, and he is truly the number one person in the world, in my opinion, at helping people build residual passive income. He's done it over and over again. And just the sheer fact that he's taking his time and putting his name on this and getting involved, for some people, lets you know everything you need to know. So that being said, I'm going to turn it over to you, Rob.
Thanks, Scott. I appreciate that. Just to go over one time really quickly, this chart is really big. It looks like small numbers, but it can get to be quite significant. What AmeriFirst has done is taken $500 that they call their marketing budget, and they spread it out over the 7 levels. If you add the 100, the 140, the 40s, and the 100, that's $500. So there's $500 per loan originated that is available for the Matrix program. Real estate agents have 2 different ways to earn money from this program. One is by getting their LO license and earning the 50 basis points on the loans on the clients that they run through their link. And pretty much now all loans are taken online. I just got through doing the process myself recently with AmeriFirst, and I never went to the office. I never met with the LO. Everything was done through the link. Everything was done, all was virtual, all online. It went very smoothly, closed on time. From the first time I saw the property to when we closed the loan was literally 30 days. And I understand how that process works, and it's really, really excellent. And so they have decided, instead of putting advertisements out in newspapers, radio, internet, billboards, they said, let's create this program and spread our $500 marketing budget per loan through real estate agents and loan officers. So this matrix is true for real estate agents and for a loan officer. If you're a loan officer, you're going to get, and you refer a real estate agent, because loan officers can refer real estate agents and real estate agents can refer real estate agents, you're going to get paid the same way. And so I'm going to show you 2 examples of how this can work. The first one is a little ditty I call 10 who get 10. I'm going to be very, very simple. And let's say, I'm going to be real conservative, and let's say that it takes you a year to get 10 agents that like this program, that decide to get their decide to get their loan officer license and take the course. It's 20 hours, it's virtual. You take an exam, and then you get fingerprinted, background check, and then you get your license. And let's say you get 10, right? And most agents that I've run into said, yeah, I could certainly get 10. And I will tell you, I have yet to run into a real estate agent that doesn't want to make more money. They just wonder how they're going to fit in, really, truly. But most of them really, are very, very open to this program. They're amazed that they're allowed to do this. So anyway, you get 10 agents. Now I'm going to assume that each agent does 1 transaction a month. Of course, some agents will do more than that. Some will do less. We're just talking total here of 110 total agents. So you've got 10 agents on your first level, and let's say they're closing 1 loan per month, right? So you're having 120 loans closed from your first level. You're paid $100 from the matrix. That's $12,000 that you are paid. That's residual income that comes in, has nothing to do with what you're doing, what volume you're doing in sales at all. It's what these other agents are doing. And let's assume now, and it takes you a year. What if it takes 1 to 2 years for each of your 10 to get 10? Now, some people are doing this in a month, some people a couple of months, but let's be very conservative and let's say it takes 2 years, right? And those 10 each find 10 agents. That's 100 agents on your second level, assuming they're doing 1 deal a month as well. 12 a year, that's 1,200 loans closed on your second level as a result of your second level at $140 per loan. That's $168,000 additional money for a total of $180,000 a year in residual. That's significant. That is 3 times the average loan officer income, the average real estate person's income. It's $180,000 a year used for you residual income. As a loan officer, if you found 10 real estate agents to be part of the program, what's really cool is they get their own link and they get their 50 basis points, but those loans that are going through that link are run to the loan officer that referred them. And that agent who refers, let's say the other agents on level 2, those agents on your level 2, they're earning that 50 basis points, but their loans on their link is also keyed to the loan officer that referred the agent on level 1. So what's happening is that loan officer is automatically increasing their number of agents they're dealing with, the number of loans that they're doing, and they have a chance to earn this income as well. It can be very significant. I just showed you how to simply make a 6-figure income. Okay, on this next chart, it's going to be a little bit more. This is for the big thinkers, and I'm going to talk about it from both the real estate agent's perspective and the loan officer's perspective. The left-hand side of the chart, from where it says tier, agent count, annual deals, total annual sales, matrix comp, and passive income, up through the passive income line, goes for both loan officers and real estate agents. And the way that works is we're assuming that you find 20 real estate agents that get their LO license. 20, right? Because you understand it. Those, now you're qualified for all 7 levels in the matrix because you have 20 real estate agents that got their loan officer license on your first level. And we're going to assume that each of those agents only refer 2. So that would give you 40 real estate loan officers on your second level. And each of those only refer 2. So that gets you 80. And each of those referred to 160 and so on. So that each of those levels, everybody only referred 2. You're the only one that really got it and understood it in this example, and you got 20. That sets the pace. If you're doing that, that comes out to a little over 2,500 agents to fill this matrix example. Be really conservative and say that these 2,500 agents only use their link once a quarter for doing a loan. They only bring 4 loans a month, right? Well, on your first level, that would be an additional 80 transactions. At $100 from the matrix is $8,000 that you earned residually, okay? Whether you're a real estate agent or a loan officer, it works exactly the same. On the second level, you'd have 40 agents that do 4 deals. It's 160 transactions is $140 per loan. That's 22 additional thousand. If you take it all the way through, the matrix is 2,500 agents doing 4 transactions a year or 10,000 loans. That creates a residual income of over 700,000. That works exactly the same whether you're a real estate agent or whether you're a loan officer. The second part now is for loan officers who think really, really big. These are full-time producing, processing loan officers, right? And so now what we have found and what Eric has told us is that AMERIFIRST's average loan is about $250,000 across the country, right? So as a loan officer, since you referred those 20 agents through their link, those loans are going to end up on your desk. That is 80 transactions and an average loan amount of $250,000. That's $20 million in loans that you are receiving from your first level in this matrix. At 1% loan officer compensation, that's $200,000 for processing those loans, plus $8,000 residual. On your second level, 40 agents bringing 4 deals through their links. Those links are also directed to your desk. That's 160 additional loans. At $250,000 is $40 million in additional loans. 1% is $400,000. So in your first 2 levels, if you've got 20 agents bringing 4 deals through their link, and they each bring 2, so there's 40 agents on your second level doing 4, there's 160 loans. You've got an extra $60 million in loans. You've created $600,000 in income from the loans and $30,000 residual. That puts you in the top 1% of all loan officers in the nation, headed to 0.01%. So if you filled out this matrix completely, it would be 2,500 agents bringing you 10,000 loans or $2.5 billion in loans, which creates a little over $25 million in loan officer compensation. Now we know that no loan officer can process 10,000 loans. So relax. But what Eric has suggested is this: as you start building the matrix and you get more and more loans processed, you can't process all those loans, but you can certainly hire LOs who can process. And what Eric said was there are hundreds, if not thousands, of loan officers that would, if you told them, I'll give you 20 loans to process every month, 240 loans a year, I'll pay you $10,000 a month to do this, they would line up by the hundreds to do that because they would not have to do any marketing, any sales. They would just process loans that are put on their desk every month. You would need 43 loan processors doing 20 loans a month to process your 10,000 loans. And if you're paying each one of those 43 loan processors $10,000 a month, that's an overhead of about $5 million, right? And let's say you did not want to manage those LOs and you hired 2 regional managers, if you will, LOs. And let's say you paid them $500,000 a piece and each one of them managed 20 or 22 LOs, right? And so that cost you another $1 million. Say you have a $6 million in overhead. Well, 25.4 plus 700,000 is over 26 million. You would net, if you built out this matrix and you hired those LOs as processors for you, you would create a $2.5 billion business within a business with a profit potential near $20 million a year. That is unheard of in the mortgage business. What's exciting about this program is we are getting real estate agents by the hundreds interested in the program. In fact, as of last week, there were over 3,000 real estate agents that had professed an interest in the program, of which at that time, 487 either had their license or were in the process of getting it. We now know that it's 3,000 plus total and over 500 agents that are in the process or have gotten their license. And we have loan officers that are coming aboard. We've got a couple of loan officers that we know can build this matrix out. There's no question in my mind. I'm thinking of a couple very specifically that can do that. You think about what would happen if you found 20 loan officers to create this matrix that really got it and understood it, right? You're talking over $1 million a month in residual. It's possible, it's doable. You just have to have a plan. You have to work it consistently, persistently, and believe it. But we are going to have LOs, in my opinion, within the next couple of years that will be making $10 to $20 million a year with this program. We will have thousands and thousands of real estate agents across all companies. The big thing, as Scott mentioned, that real estate agents can do this with any company they're at. They don't have to be with any specific certain real estate company in order to be part of this program. They literally can do it anywhere, right? And so it can get quite sizable, very, very big. This is for the big thinkers of what's going to happen, but I can tell you from personal experience that there will be people that will not stop at 20 personally enrolling. Just like what Scott and I did building the real estate companies is we personally enrolled over 100 real estate agents into the real estate program. And I can tell you there will be people that will join this program, that will be part of this program, that will in fact get 100 real estate agents personally on their first level. And imagine where that could take it. I just have no idea. I just know that there will be some. Well, those 100 agents, then I'm going to give you my example. Those 100 agents that I've personally enrolled into the real estate program, like I said, Keller Williams and EXP, have brought others who brought others to the tune of over 25,000 agents, probably closer to 30,000 agents. And on my seventh level, 4,000 agents alone. Imagine what that could be. In this particular example, it's $500,000 in residual with 1,280. But if you had 4,000, that's a couple million just on that seventh level alone. If you think about it, it can get significant. And there are some agents, of course, that are going to do more than 4 transactions. There are teams out there that do 50, 100, 200, 300 and more transactions a year. This has no top end and there's no cap. I'm excited for where it can go. And if you're a real estate agent and you want to be part of this program, it's very simple. You can just let us know. If you go to the next slide there, all you have to do is let AmeriFirst know, and either through the person that invited you here, and they can let AmeriFirst know that you are a real estate agent, that you want to take the course, get your LO license, and become a loan and get your loan officer license, so that you can be part of the program. You can text your name and email to 480-442-8588, or that same information you can email it to support@relomatrix.com. Now, if you're a loan officer, you're probably going to want to talk to either Ricky or Eric. Ricky is one of the top LOs at AmeriFirst. In fact, he's one of the top LOs in the entire United States, headed towards $1 million a year in income. And Eric, of course, is the CEO and co-founder of AmeriFirst, who made all this possible. And you're going to want to talk to Ricky about what it's like to be a loan officer active with AmeriFirst, how they pay, what programs they have. They're extremely competitive. And Eric will talk to you industry-wide, what's happening with the industry, what the company's doing to be ahead of that. They are working to support this growth in a very, very, very big way. And as a result, we actually have mortgage companies that we have brought to Eric and that others have brought to Eric that are interested in literally folding into AmeriFirst so their entire company can be part of this RELO funding program. I've never seen anything like it. The acceptance is amazingly high. It's very exciting for what's happening in such a short period of time. As Scott mentioned, Quicken Loans is working on this program, but they are not having the referral base. So there's no reason for agents or other mortgage companies to refer other people to Quicken Loans at all. And we believe that we are going to, within 5 years, all we have to do literally is to find 5 LOs or 5 real estate agents to fill out that matrix there with 2,500 agents, just 20 of them that are doing 2.5 billion in loans. 20 of them is 250. If we have 100 of those, that's $250 billion in loans. Quicken Loans right now is about 200 billion in loans. We will have 100 people somewhere in the United States, whether they're loan officers or real estate agents, that literally will fill out this matrix. I know that it's coming. Some of you may be on this call. Some of you know that you can do this. Some of you know people who they can do this, and you will find them as you go. I would recommend as a loan officer that you send your name and email to that phone number or the same email address to work on, and we'll get it scheduled, an interview or a talk or a conversation with Ricky or Eric or both, literally. And I can tell you that LOs that we have talked to them come away just in awe of the program that has been put together, of the planning and making this happen in a very, very big way.